This move I like to call the CSet, which is short for counterclockwise setup. It's one of the most basic moves you need to learn as a driller, and it's one of the most widely used moves out there. It's a way to get the rifle moving in a counterclockwise direction, and it's set up for a whole lot of other moves. But counterclockwise setup is a mouthful, so I'm just going to shorten it and call it a CSet. What it's going to look like is this. Okay, and it's commonly followed up by moving the rifle behind you. It's a setup for the rising sun. It's a setup for fire knives. It's a setup for Hawaiian punch. It's a setup for the full ninja. A variant of it is used for the drag. It's one of the most important moves you're going to learn in a drill career, so you need to learn it early on. You're going to start vertical port, dip, single spin, but instead of stopping your single spin up here, you're going to let the rifle carry itself around until it's in an upside down, it's a vertical reverse dip. So here, the sling's going to be facing to your right, here. What this is going to do is set you up to use your right hand to push the rifle back around. So both of your hands are going to leave the weapon. That's inevitable. Okay, and you need to be comfortable with your hands leaving the weapon. When you push the rifle up, it's almost exclusively with your right hand. The left hand, you really don't need it there at all. If you need it at all, it's just for a little bit of guidance. Keep the planes in front of you as you're learning the move. Vertical reverse dip, push it up. And when you push it up, you want to follow the rifle with your eyes. Keep your palm up on your right hand. Keep your thumb facing to your right. The rifle's going to pop up here, do a single spin in the air, and fall, the sling side facing downward. You're going to catch it with your right hand on the balance point of the weapon. So my middle finger, I have the white tape, and on my balance point, that's where my middle finger is. This is going to give you a lot of control, a lot of availability, and a lot of momentum to carry the rifle behind you to get into some of these more advanced flow moves. So once you're here, the rifle is going to have a tendency to push itself over. Don't fight that, because that's the momentum you want to carry on to other moves. Don't fight that. As the butt comes up, let it come up, let it come down. Now when it reaches this point, right as it's parallel to the ground and it starts falling even more, you're going to cross your body. So right here, you're going to move the rifle from in front of you to behind you. And all it is it's this arm movement. It's not in your wrist. The plane change happens with your arm. Okay, so don't fight it. Just all the way back. Notice how your right wrist, as soon as it hits the weapon, it doesn't leave its position. Everything else, the hand doesn't leave its position. Everything else is the wrist. So as the wrist comes down, everything else is going to be in the wrist. Okay? So that's the CSet, the counterclockwise setup. Learn it now, and you're going to have a much easier time learning a lot of more advanced drill moves. So that's the CSet.